there's just no time to complain about other people, no time to complain about haters, no time to respond to haters online. You don't have time for that. If you're looking to get ahead and you're looking to make progress and building a business and furthering your goals, you don't have time for it. I'm telling you, you don't have time for it. Hi, this is Rob G. Welcome to Savvy. Today I want to talk to you about something that's not so business-like or productivity-oriented like I normally do. Today I actually want to talk to you about something that's probably more important that we just don't give enough attention to, and that's praise and encouragement. Now, this seems like kind of like touchy-feely stuff that people don't think needs to be talked about, whatnot, but I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of scientific study that backs up really the power of positivity and how encouragement can go a long way. Because as you may know, my background is I have a 9-to-5 job and I build a business outside of that. And really building a business, if you are building a company, it's a pretty lonely endeavor. If you're an entrepreneur, you know that it's all you all the time with really no help. And without a lot of feedback and a positive nature, sometimes it can get a little bit demoralizing if you're not seeing any results at that time. Business ebbs and flows, sales go up and down, you get calls, you don't get calls, things fall through. So at those lower times, you don't want to be questioning yourself and your ability or whether or not the fact that what you're doing is going to work or not. And so that's where praise and encouragement comes in. And if you are going it alone, well, maybe you don't have somebody to turn to, but I'm going to tell you a great way in order to make yourself feel better about what you're doing. And it's very simple, and most of it you're doing already. But before I do that, I want to demonstrate 2 points. And that's, number one, most successful people will tell you this, and that is a big factor in them succeeding in their own endeavors, and that is you need to be positive. You need to stay positive. And I hate to even say it because it sounds like it's been said so many times before that you almost get numb just hearing about it. It almost falls on deaf ears. Be positive, stay positive. But I want to dive a little bit deeper and talk a little bit about how to be positive. And one of the greatest ways to do that yourself is to watch what you say. And the reason what you say is so important, a lot of people think that, it's just words I'm speaking and it doesn't really make a difference. The reason it's really important is because before you say something, you have to have a thought occur first. And that thought that you're having in your head that's negative, and if it comes out of your mouth, it's reinforced back into your brain because your ears hear it. So that whole process right there is what's going to influence you, and that's you talking to yourself. When you flip it and you turn it into positive talk, so only speak good about people, don't complain about people, because the other reason is there's just no time to complain about other people, no time to complain about haters, no time to respond to haters online. You don't have time for that. If you're looking to get ahead and you're looking to make progress and building a business and furthering your goals, you don't have time for it. I'm telling you, you don't have time for it. So you're the biggest influence you can have on yourself in what you say. The other side of that is not just being positive and speaking positive, but keeping negative people out of your life. Now, what does this mean? And this can get a little touchy, a little sensitive to some people. If you have negative people in your life, and a lot of times these could be people that are close to you, could be family, could be friends, you have to limit your time with negative people. There are people in my life who I know if I call them up and I ask them, how's it going? They're gonna tell me, and it's not gonna be good. It's gonna be a lot of complaining and woe is me, and I'm not insensitive to it, but a lot of those same people will make excuses on why they can't have a better life. And that's not what we're about here at Savvy. We're about having a better life, and these are the ways to do it. You want to take those negative people, those toxic people. If they're toxic, you need to cut them out totally. You can still be friends with them. You don't need to have a sit down and say, look, we can't be friends anymore. You're just gonna not spend time with them. And limit time with negative people. If they're really close to you, maybe don't see them as much, maybe don't talk as much. Whatever you gotta do, and so that you don't get to a point where you're feeling so drained by the time you leave them that you feel like your life's a mess. And that's not what we want. So how do you do this? Well, the first way I told you about, and that's what you're saying to yourself. But where do you get the thoughts to occur? You see, because in your mind, thoughts are occurring, but where is the input coming from in order to feed those thoughts? And that's going to be your social platforms. And I say that because that's where a lot of people spend a lot of their time. So if you're on your phone, you're checking your Twitter feed, you're looking at Instagram, you're looking at the Facebook feed, checking Snapchat, you're looking at all these things. And if you just friend and follow everybody, and you look at what everybody's posting, you can't do that. You can't do that and stay positive, because you know as well as I do that there's people that you see on Facebook that you wish you didn't see their posts. And so what I'm gonna say is curation is key when it comes to social. My personal social platforms are highly curated. So I don't follow and unfollow just to gain a following. I follow people specifically who are in with my areas of interest. So that would be design and branding and business and positivity in life and getting ahead. So the fitness realm is great for that. I'm into the fitness myself. And so a lot of those people who are tops in their field, they're very positive. They know this, they know it's part of good health. So I know that I'm constantly going through my social platforms, and I am unfollowing people on Twitter, unfollowing people on Facebook. I'm not unfriending people on Facebook. Some people I block. I block ads. I block anything that I don't feel is positive and giving me value and putting good stuff in my head. So now whenever I go on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, I know what I'm gonna see there. At least 95% of it is gonna be stuff that I want to see. It's all positive. It doesn't mean I read everything. It doesn't mean I look at everything, but I know I'm not gonna see negative political stuff. I'm not gonna see people just hating on other people, because I'll block those people in an instant. I will not tolerate any haters, anybody complaining. I just block them, I don't care. And so when I look at any social feed, it's all positive. So sign up and follow some of those Twitter. Instagram's great for that, actually. I like some of the ones on Instagram where one of them is Founder, F-O-U-N-D-R, where there's great positivity there, great little nuggets of truth and wisdom and things that even if you don't read it and think about it much, it's going in. The fact is it's going in. So if it's going in, it means it's gonna come out of your mouth and your ears are gonna hear it. So good stuff in, good stuff out, good stuff back in. And that's the process you wanna follow. Once you remain positive, guess what successful people are? They're positive by and large. Truly successful people. I'm not talking about only making money. I'm talking about successful relationships with family, spouse, friends, good relationships with their followers. It's all positive and good and uplifting. That's the realm you want to be in. And so people who are truly successful only want to associate with successful people. In fact, I just read an article. I saw it come down my Twitter feed. It was in Inc.com, I-N-C, the business magazine, I guess you'd say. I don't even read magazines anymore, but magazine. And there was a study done, and they said that, I believe it's 65% of millionaires polled said that there is one type of person they will not tolerate, keep in their life, or spend any time with, and that's a pessimist. Think about that. That's pretty huge. That 65% of millionaires polled said they will not tolerate or spend any time with a person who is negative, who is pessimistic, who's always looking down, always looking at the problems, never finding solutions for themselves or anybody else. So there's a good tip right there. If you're looking to get ahead, you want to be with those people anyway, because they're the ones that are always going to lift you up and give you good things that are solutions, good advice, good vibe, good feelings, so that you can feel good about what you're doing, feel good about what yourself, and get ahead. So that's it for today. Praise and encouragement is huge. And I want to give you one more tip before we leave, and that's how you work on yourself, and that's more of a intake or input, but I want to talk about output as well, and that's do it for other people. Make sure that you're not just reading other people's stuff and not sharing it, looking at other people's stuff and not liking it. You must do that because they need it too. And when you do it, it becomes a habit, and you become used to sharing good stuff, and good stuff will always come back as long as you're sharing it. So there's a great tip for today. That's, like I said, a little touchy-feely, but I think it's very important. I know it's very important because we all need to be encouraged sometimes, no matter how confident we are in what we're doing. I know I need it from time to time, but I make sure I get it on a regular basis so I never get down into a pit where it seems like it's hard to get out. If you have any comments, I want you to spike those below. I want you to hit that subscribe button. I got great new content coming up every week. I am Rob G. This is Savvy. And always remember, always be learning, always stay savvy. Have a great day.